So Mr. Wayne Dyer used to say something super amazing. He would say, you will see it when you believe it. Comment that down below. See it when you believe it. Comment that down below. See it when you believe it. And you might be like, you're saying it backwards, bro. It's the other way around. It's not that you're gonna see it when you believe it. It's that you'll believe it when you see it. Dude, I'll believe it. I'll believe it. I'll believe the law of attraction works when I see it. I'll believe that abundance is my birthright when I can see it. I'll believe that my soulmate is. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe miracles are possible when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. And so all these people spend all this time standing there going, I'm waiting. I'm waiting, God. I'm waiting, universe. I'm waiting, Wayne Dyer. I'm waiting, Jake Ducey. You said I could do anything. I'm waiting for it. But all you're really doing is projecting your consciousness to recreate your reality over and over. But the problem is, you're already in a place of not having what you want. And consciousness creates reality. You see these plants right here? Fascinating plants, really. It's about all I have to say about them. Just joking. What are these? It's just energy. That's all it is. This is energy. Really, it's consciousness. It's a certain frequency of consciousness. What consciousness? The universal consciousness that creates everything. The universal intelligence that creates everything. That made you who you are. That knew when you were a little protoplasm from dad that you were going to have this color eyes. Like, it knew I was going to have blue eyes. It knew this tooth was going to be crooked. It knows all that stuff. It's divine intelligence, it's consciousness, and there's a bunch of different frequencies of it, a bunch of different manifestations of it. But it's all the same thing. And your consciousness, now science has proven this, your consciousness actually is what creates how atoms are made up. You see this? That's made of subatomic particles. That's what it's made of. It's made of subatomic particles, and it's made of atoms. And what science found through the observer effect is that the actual subatomic particles that make up physical matter, they're basically these microscopic little particles, these little pieces of intelligence. They're actually these little microscopic things you need a very powerful microscope to see, but sometimes they exist and sometimes they don't exist, depending on the consciousness that's observing them. So consciousness literally creates reality. That's why you won't see it until you believe it. Wayne Dyer was way ahead of his time. It was actually the title of one of his books even. But his entire teachings through all of the thousands of lectures and probably over 50 books he wrote, he was saying the same thing, that you won't see it until you believe it. And what most people do is they say, I'll believe it. I'll believe that I'm an individualization of God. I'll believe that I am one with God. I'll believe I can manifest anything. This sounds great. I get it, but I'll believe it when I see it. But when you're doing that, it goes back to the Bible. To those that have, more will be given. To those that have, more will be given. That's saying that the consciousness that you're in is predicting the future that you're going to create. Because your consciousness is transmitting a vibration, and everything has every piece of energy that is in this universe has a certain vibration. Similar vibrations attract to one another. So you say, I'll believe it that I can make more money when I see it. When that happens, you're saying I'm broke and I need the physical world to tell me I'm rich. But if you need something outside of yourself to validate your state of consciousness, then you're going to constantly be waiting. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for it all to work. But it's the other way around. You have to have it in consciousness first. You have to, once you believe it, then you'll see it. So just think about that statement. I will believe it when I see it. First of all, the word when is in there. What is when? Well, when is implying it's a future tense. It's implying that something may or may not happen in the future. Well, science says that energy is never created or destroyed. What the heck does that mean? Well, if energy is never created or destroyed, and everything is energy, we just talked about that, right? Everything's energy. So if everything is energy, and energy is never created or destroyed, then all potential realities and possible futures actually are already existing right now, just at a speed of light, what is a light? A speed of light, or a rate of vibration, or a certain frequency of energy that's beyond the rate of frequency, the speed of vibration that your physical senses can perceive. This reality right here is called visible light. So what you're seeing right now is just the spectrum of visible light. That's one bandwidth of universal energy. There is a lot more bandwidths of universal energy. So this is science. You can Google this. Energy is never created or destroyed. So if we are going from the place that everything is energy in this physical universe, this tree is energy, money is energy, a house is energy, a car is energy, so anything you want is energy too. So if energy is never created or destroyed, then technically the reality that you already want in the future already exists now. But when you say, I will believe it when I see it, what you're saying is it does not exist and it is not a possibility. Maybe it will happen. Hopefully it will happen. When it might happen, then I'll believe it. So really what you're doing is you're locking yourself into one little reality of consciousness called visible light, when everything else that you want already exists too. That's what, when people say parallel realities, that's what it means. It already exists. Just like 100.4 FM already exists. It's, if we were in the car together and your favorite station was 100.4 FM, but I really like 97.2, and you were like, hey, could you put on 100.4 FM? And I was like, yeah, but we're on 97.2. So 100.4 FM, it doesn't exist actually. And you'd be like, yeah, it does exist. I'm like, well, why can't I hear it right now? Whoa, because you're on 97.2, dude. No, you don't get it. You don't get it. It doesn't exist. 100.4 doesn't exist. You can't hear. I can't hear it. If I can't hear it, then it's not real. I'll believe it when I hear it. I will believe you when I hear it. I'm telling you. You'd be like, you are out of your mind. See that knob right there? That's the tool that changes the frequency. That little knob on your radio, you see that right there, Jake? That's what's going to change the frequency. So that little knob is a tool to change the energy wavelength so that we can go to my favorite station, 100.4. Oh man, I don't know why I never understood that. I guess no one ever taught me that growing up. You know, I've never went to another radio station in my whole life other than 97.2, because I thought that was the only radio station. Because I thought if I can't hear the other ones, Jake, you've got to turn that knob. Well, reality is just like that. Only the knob is your consciousness. Instead of you having a radio knob or a little button you carry around to change the frequency of reality, you have your consciousness. So you can be on consciousness of abundance, or you could choose reality of blocking abundance, not receiving the abundance. You could do the same thing for there's no good guys out there in the world. I'm always going to be alone. You could do it for any reality. Except for you don't have a physical button as your tool like you do with a radio knob to change the frequencies. All those frequencies exist, but you have to tune the broadcaster to the right frequency, and then you receive that wavelength. When you change your consciousness to the reality you want, because all energy already exists, you change your frequency, you change your consciousness, which changes what you receive, the energy you receive back from the universe. So technically, you cannot see it until you believe it. So comment down below that. That's why when I learned this from Wayne, I went on, a tangent of basically how could I train my brain in order to believe things and experience them, even chemically, in my physiology, in my nervous system, wire my brain for the realities before they happen. Because I'm like, if that's the truth, I should just go to the logical extreme. So I created a technology called the second mind. So it's designed to literally retrain your brain to be, your brain is like the switching station in a radio, or for a radio in a car. Your brain is like that. And now if you could train your brain for the abundance you want, the love you want, the jobs you want, the promotion you want, the opportunity you want, the house you want, the car you want, the life you want, if you could do that, then technically you could choose and create any realities you want. Then like you become the master of your own life. So it's free to demo. It's right there down below. Over 100,000 people from all over the world have used it now. So it's right there down below. Ow, that tree. Who put that tree there? And it's right there down below. It's thesecondmind.com right there down below. It's free to demo, thesecondmind.com right there down below. So go down right there down below and get that. So this was what changed my life. When I started to live from what Wayne Dyer says is believing it, then you'll see it. Not waiting for something to happen or a sign, then I'll believe that my dreams are possible, that I'm good enough, that I'm smart enough, that I'm capable, that I live in an abundant world, that I live in a friendly universe, that my true love is out there, that I'm good enough and deserving of love, of abundance, of money, of success. You already are. So comment down below, I am good enough now. Comment that down below, I am good enough now. It's so pretty today. That's the ocean. It's kind of a glare, but that's all the ocean. And then this is the beautiful West Maui mountains out here in Maui. This is my favorite mountains. I just love, they're so beautiful and like sacred and powerful. And so yeah, right there down below, hit the like button if you dig this Wayne Dyer video. Hit the like button if you dig this Wayne Dyer video. Right there down below is thesecondmind.com, thesecondmind.com. Right there down below, free demo. Hit the subscribe button, the bell notification. If you dig this, bell notification is what notifies you for new videos. So even if you already subscribed, you actually have to double check you've hit the bell notification, because then you don't get notified for new videos. You can, with thought alone, create any emotion that you want or any belief system you want with thought alone, regardless of what your outside environment is telling you. And when you start to master your mind and your thoughts like that, when you can take deep breaths to constantly stay present so that you can direct your consciousness, thinking, feeling, and perceptually towards only what it is that you want, as if you're already there. Know when, because all energy already exists. Energy is never created or destroyed. You're living in it now. You're believing it now. And that's when you'll see it. That's when the universe will start pulling the right people, the right opportunities, the right coincidences into your life that match your level of consciousness. So anytime anyone says, you know what? This is great, but I'll believe it when I see it, you can tell them, no, actually, you're not going to see it until you believe it. So comment down below, I love Wayne. If you love Wayne Dyer, check out his book on the subject, titled exactly what we just talked about. So wishing you an amazing day, thesecondmind.com right there down below. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Have a great day. I shall talk to you later.